Catherine, you're coming over to our house for our New Year's party, aren't you?
Hello, Mrs. Shields. I'm actually not sure. I would have to talk to Raymond about it first. I would love to, though.
No worries. Raymond told me that you were coming. If it's possible, I would love for you to help me out in the kitchen like you did last year.
Huh? Raymond said that?
Yes. He said you'd definitely come. But of course you would. You're family after all. What's the matter? Is it that you don't want to come? You just said you'd love to. You're my son's beloved wife. You're always welcome here, you know.
No, that's not it at all.
You're telling me to do all the cooking and cleaning by myself? I could really use the help, you know, just like last year.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I see. You want Raymond to come alone so you can enjoy New Year's by yourself?
No,
I knew it. A girl like you with no proper education can't even think straight. If you have something to say, why don't you just say it? Just what are you trying to say exactly?
It's just that last year you kicked me out of the house, so I didn't think I would be welcome this year.
Oh, that's it? That's because you took so long with the cooking. Raymond doesn't need a wife who takes forever just to make some soup.
But you told me to take the ingredients out of the broth and start over, so obviously I wouldn't be able to do that right away.
A good wife is someone who would be able to handle a situation like that with no problems. It doesn't matter. You're coming, whether you like it or not. It doesn't sound like you've improved over this last year, so I will have to retrain you.
You don't need to do that.
We're family. We're supposed to spend New Year's together, aren't we? You don't have to worry. This year the children won't be around, so it won't get that busy.
Well, the children aren't what I'm afraid of.
Last year, I know my husband was drunk, and Uncle Greg was coming on to you a bit strong. But this year will be a lot more relaxed. I promise. The alcohol shouldn't be as strong as it was last year. I think.
Are you sure?
Of course! I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything. I really care about you. I just want you to be the best wife Raymond can have. Plus, I know you don't really have anyone you can call family. I just want to teach you as much as I can.
Oh.
So please, come to the party, okay? I want us to enjoy a lovely New Year's together. Also, I want you to find a high-class restaurant and order 3 of their most popular specials.
3 of their most popular specials? That sounds quite expensive. Are you sure that's okay?
For goodness sake, can you stop complaining and just order them, okay? You sure talk back a lot. Doesn't Raymond ever yell at you for that? I believe that as a wife, you should sometimes just shut up and do as you're told.
I mean, we do get into fights sometimes, but that's not important. How should I pay for the restaurant orders? Do you want to Venmo me the money first?
You can pay for it first, and then I'll give you back the money in cash when I see you. So you'll get the food from the restaurant, plus I'll be expecting you to bring some dishes of your own. If you're my son's wife, that's the least I can expect of you, right? I'm sure you can at least cook something, right?
Understood. Hello, Dane. It's been a while. This is Catherine. How have you been?
Ah, Katie. It sure has been a while. I've been great. How have you been?
I've been all right. I hope your wife and your nephew have been doing well, too.
Oh, yes. He's been good, despite his recent breakup. He's been trying to focus on other things, so he's been studying. By the way, I've noticed you haven't been by the restaurant lately. I've been a bit worried. Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm okay. But the reason why I haven't been by is because if I went, you'd give everything to me for free. I'd feel so bad about not having to pay for bills worth hundreds of dollars, so I kind of stopped going.
What are you saying? You've been working as our front girl for years. Your enthusiasm has brought in countless customers. You're almost the entire reason why we've been so successful. I feel indebted to you, so the least I can do is allow you free food.
Oh, no, that's not true. I'm always very grateful for you allowing me to work there and even providing me with meals. But I don't work there anymore, and it doesn't feel right getting things for free.
I see. But hey, don't worry about it. My wife and I were really happy that you were able to work with us, and we had a lot of fun. Our family wasn't blessed with any children, so we were happy to be able to take care of someone young like you. Same goes for Simon. We've recently been looking after him so his parents can get back on their feet.
Oh? I knew you were looking after him, but I didn't know the reason why. Are your sister and her husband all right? I hope nothing terrible happened.
They met with financial problems and ended up going bankrupt. I hired my brother-in-law as a chef here, so I could make sure they were set.
That's very kind of you. I'm sure they all appreciate it.
Haha. Besides, people always tell me I have a scary-looking face, so I wouldn't have been able to attract customers on my own.
Okay, so it's a win-win situation then. We don't owe each other anything. I also really don't need any special service. Anyways, I have a favor to ask of you, as a customer.
Oh, what's up?
I'd actually like to order some food from you, and I'd like 3 of the top specials.
3 specials would serve 9 people. Are you sure that's all right?
Yes, I'm actually going to a family get-together. I'd like it for New Year's Eve. Is that okay?
Of course. Leave it to me. I'll make sure it's top priority. I also don't have a problem giving it to you for free. You always pay for food from us when you don't have to. Just let us do this for you once.
No, it's okay. I will pay for the full amount. You have one of the top restaurants in this area. I really can't just accept things for free. Besides, my husband's parents will be paying for the food, so you really don't need to worry about any special service. Please.
I see. We really don't mind giving it to you for free, though. 3 top specials can get quite pricey.
It's fine, really. I still appreciate it, though.
Well, if you insist. Anyways, I remember you complaining about your mother-in-law a lot when you came to the restaurant sometime last year. Are you guys good now? If you're invited to their family get-together, I'd hope that things were getting better.
I wouldn't really say we were good. Last year, she kicked me out of their house because she said I cooked too slow.
What? In the middle of winter? That's terrible!
Yeah, it made me extremely sad, but I was able to call a taxi and go home. Because that happened, I'm kind of scared to go this year.
Isn't there anyone in your husband's family who would be there to defend you?
Not really. Everyone just labels me as the child who her parents abandoned. The whole family has something against me for some reason. One of my husband's cousins even came up to me and said to my face that I was useless for dropping out of college.
That's horrible. What does your husband think about that? What is he doing to support you?
Well, he's the type to put his family first. When it's just us 2 at home, he's perfectly fine. But when we get to his parents' house, he's like a different person.
That must be so tough for you. Alright, here's an idea. I will personally deliver your order and I'll stick around to see how things go.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. I'll go and pick up the order around 5 or so on the 31st.
It's no trouble. I'm worried about you, Katie. I want to do anything I can to help. If anything happens, you let me know. I'll get over there as fast as I can, and I'll tell them off good. Do you want to think up a plan for the day of the party?
A plan?
Yes, a plan. I wouldn't want them to harass you anymore. I think we should prepare just in case anything bad happens. We can go over the details later. Let me know when I can call you.
Okay. Thank you. Hey, Patricia! Let me inside! I'm not wearing a jacket and it's freezing out here!
I don't care. You're so rude for a woman abandoned by her parents. How dare you talk back to me?
Well, because you said I wasn't allowed to eat any of the food that I cooked and ordered. Plus, you wouldn't even give me back the money for the bill. That's not fair!
How many times do I have to tell you? You're not a part of our family. You can't eat our food. You can have some cranberry sauce, though. You can eat as much of that as you want.
Fine. I'm going home. Like you said, I'm not family anyways.
You're going home just like that? Fine. See if I care. I hope you get frostbite on the way back.
Catherine! What is the meaning of this? The delivery just came and they're asking for the money for the food.
I figured you would pay me back anyways, so I just told them to collect the payment on delivery. That will be $3,000. Thank you!
$3,000? That's way too much, even for a first-class restaurant. Are you out of your mind?
Really now? It's 9 servings of the top special dishes from one of the most expensive first-class restaurants in this area. Master Danes, you know? This is with a discount too. But you're the one who wanted their top special dishes, aren't you?
That might be true, but that doesn't mean you had to order $3,000 worth of food. That's outrageous.
I'm quite sure I told you that it would come up to $3,000. I told you over the phone and once again in person. But you said it was okay because you wanted me to pay for it. You weren't planning on paying me back. But now that you're the one that has to pay for it, you're acting like this. That's actually quite pathetic.
Ugh.
From the start, you were planning on making me pay, so that's why you wanted an expensive restaurant. Isn't that right? You're very predictable. I could tell that's what you were thinking from the very beginning. I can read you like a book.
Wait just 1 second. I will pay for it, but I don't have $3,000 on me right now. And it's not like the banks are open right now. What am I supposed to do? Tell that scary-looking restaurant guy to leave. No matter what I tell him, he won't move.
Obviously, he wouldn't leave if he thinks he's about to lose out on his $3,000 payment. I don't think he'll be moving a single muscle until that money is in his hands. Patricia, please just pay the man.
I told you I can't pay for it. If I don't have it, I don't have it. Am I supposed to wait for it to drop into my lap? There's no way I can find that much money.
Well, does that mean you'd like to cancel it?
Obviously. There's no other choice. I can't pay for $3,000 worth of food.
Well, you'll still have to pay the cancellation fee.
What? What are you talking about now? There's a cancellation fee.
Of course. They've already used their time and resources to cook and prepare $3,000 worth of food. There would clearly be a cancellation fee if you were to cancel it. That's time and food going to waste, so they'd need compensation.
All right, fine. How much is the cancellation fee?
Well, they've already made $3,000 worth of food, so it will be about $3,000.
What on earth? We're just back to where we started. This has to be a scam. I'm going to the police right now. Got it. You're going to be arrested for fraud.
I don't know which part of this is a scam, but when the police come, I'll be glad to show them the time you threw boiling water at me in the kitchen, or when you hit me with the frying pan. Or how about when you put cooking oil on the floor so I slipped and fell, and then kicked me while I was on the floor. And I'll show them the time you called me a useless failure who her parents didn't want.
What do you mean, show them?
The man who is there right now helped me set up a small camera inside. He's been looking after me since I was really young. He's like a father to me, and he was extremely worried about me.
A camera? You mean you filmed everything? How could you?
Exactly. I'm glad we planned ahead and set them up. I really didn't think you'd go as far as to hit me. So, Patricia, go ahead and call the police. Or should I? It doesn't really matter to me if we're being honest.
No, I'll hold off on the police.
I see. If that's the case, then please pay the food bill. There's nothing but grown people at that party. If you all put together, I'm sure you can come up with $3,000. Surely someone has a credit card at least.
Okay, fine. I'll ask everyone to put together their money and I'll pay the bill. That's what you want, right? If I do that, you have to tell this thug at my door to go home. And you have to delete that footage.
Okay, I just got confirmation from him that payment has been completed. I am most definitely not deleting the footage, by the way. Now, I'll be having some of that food, so please give me some. I'll be back to get it soon.
What?
I'm really hungry. I can have some, right? If not, I can just forward these videos out to a few people. By the way, I also have footage of the entire family ignoring me and cursing at me. So if you don't, it won't just be you getting exposed. Keep that in mind.
I cannot believe you would set up cameras in my home. That doesn't sound legal. It's an invasion of privacy.
People wouldn't believe me if I told them how you all were abusing me if I didn't have hard evidence. So I'm sorry your privacy was invaded, but my life is more important.
You're so filthy. I don't know what Raymond saw in you. You are an awful woman.
I'd say you're the filthy one for doing such terrible things that you don't even want anyone else to see. I asked Mr. Dane for advice, and he made sure I was set with a lawyer. If you step so much as an inch out of line again, I will be releasing this footage. Ugh! Also, I've been told to keep quiet about this, but 3 months ago, Raymond's job had to be downsized and he was laid off, so he's out of a job.
What? That's not true. He just told me how great his job was going. He just told me about his promotion and raise. You were there. Are you lying to me?
Nope, I'm not lying. For the past 3 months, he has been sitting in front of the TV playing video games while I work my behind off. He's been living off of my paycheck. He's not even trying to find a new job. He claims he's been applying to places, but I haven't seen him go out for a single interview. I don't need a freeloader like that in my life, so I'm leaving him with you. I hope you and your whole family can be there for him to make him feel better.
Raymond lost his job. I don't believe it. He's been lying to me on top of being unemployed for 3 months.
Please tell him to leave me alone and never come back. He spent 2 years in a row pretending not to see how badly I was being treated by you people. That's when I realized I don't love him anymore. He's been trying to cover up the fact that he doesn't have a job anymore. So if you threaten to tell anyone, I'm sure he'll listen to anything you say. People with gigantic egos are so easy to manipulate.
Ugh.
The mother-in-law who endlessly bullies her son's wife and criticizes her cooking even though she can't cook herself. And the husband who tries to show off in front of his family how dominant he is over his wife despite not having a job. Being around this family was like being in hell. I'm so glad I'm leaving you all.
What the heck is your problem? Your parents abandoned you and you don't even have a family to begin with.
Yes, you're right. I've always longed for a family of my own. But I'd rather die than be in a family like yours. Thanks to Mr. Dane, I had that family in the palm of my hand. I put that footage from the small camera we set up to good use. I was able to get both Patricia and Raymond to give me compensation for damages. And as soon as we were able to confirm both payments, I uploaded the footage to the internet. It was shared by countless women who also had problems with their mothers-in-law, and it went viral. I received so many messages telling me how disgusting that family is, and how they're sorry I had to endure that for 2 entire years. Sometimes I think I perhaps went too far, but they hit me and kicked me. They verbally abused me and threw me out on the street in the middle of winter. Even if I did break their promise and released the footage, they can't really do anything to me. By the way, as for the food I ordered for that family, Mr. Dane, his wife, his nephew, and I enjoyed it together. Mr. Dane also cooked some of his own meals, and so did his wife. I was also able to get to know Simon a little bit better. He's 3 years older than I am, but he pulled me aside and asked me out on a date. I am quite excited to see where this could go. If all goes well, Mr. Dane and I might actually officially become family. Just thinking about that makes me happy. This was the happiest New Year's I've ever had. I have a feeling that this year will be one of my best. Out with the old and in with the new, as they say. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe.